distillery in the Strip District on Smallman Street. Yeah. I am waiting in line to purchase 2 bottles each of the wheat whiskey, a small batch release.
Wigle Whiskey is a craft distillery in Pittsburgh Strip District. We make whiskey, gin, bitters, and now rum from scratch from local organic grain and honey. The goal of Wigle, which opened in March of 2012, is to be a community gathering spot where people can come and learn about the spirits that they drink, as well as the Whiskey Rebellion, which happened in Pittsburgh, and of course to produce very high quality small batch spirits. Wigle is truly a family affair. Everyone in my immediate family is deeply involved and has an ownership stake in the business. My name is Meredith Grelly. I'm responsible for marketing and new product development, as well as events and giving tours at Wigle. My husband, Alex Grelly, does much of the production, along with my father, Mark Meyer. He and Mark, they're in there early mornings, late at night, making whiskey and gin. My brother, Eric Meyer, is responsible for all of our restaurant relationships and community relationships, really. And my mom, Mary Ellen Meyer, leads the charge with our volunteers. So we use volunteers to label every single one of our bottles, and she's the one that rounds those folks up. And Effie Grelly is Alex and my daughter. She will be a taste tester when it's legal, but she does have a really weird childhood going on now, growing up in a whiskey distillery, so she kind of uses it as her jungle gym.
So we have 2 products. We have a rye whiskey and a wheat whiskey, and we market them both as unoaked and as well as having been in a barrel, so oaked or aged. So the unaged whiskey comes straight out of the still, and that's how any spirit, it will come out of the still clear. We also put that whiskey into barrels and age it for a period of time. That time depends on a number of factors, including the environmental factors, the temperature, fluctuations of where the barrel is being kept, as well as how the size of the barrel. So the smaller the barrel, the faster the extraction rate. Currently emptying our second batch of aged whiskey that has been aged for approximately 8 months. It's in 15-gallon barrels, and we think it's ready for a release. Part of the process of the aging is that the whiskey moves in and out of the wood and extracts different flavors, so tannins and vanillins and different fatty acids and different complex compounds from the wood. All of that flavor that you may be familiar with in terms of an aged whiskey comes from the flavors being extracted from the wood. So that's what we're really tasting for, is to see whether or not the extraction process is far enough along that we're happy with the product. So to get the whiskey out of the barrel, we siphon it out. That gives us a little control over it, how quickly it comes out. We're also able to more easily filter out any significant particles that could come from the barrel. To bottle it, we have a 4-bottle automatic bottler in which the appropriate amount of liquid is added to the bottles over the course of about 14 seconds. We then cork it and seal it, and then we have labeling parties in which volunteers come in and label the bottles.
It's really cool to see businesses get off the ground, and I know as a former small business owner in Pittsburgh, it really does take the community to stand behind you, not only to buy your product, but to help you.
It's always just nice seeing like a local company starting out, especially something that's doing something as interesting as this.